Hello students, welcome to Proportion Project for Figure Drawing 2. This is a follow-up to what we did in class. We made the drawing on the left with purple, which is a back view, and here we'll go through and start with the front view and then the side view. This is a technical pencil, and I have a colored lead inside that's red. Notice that I'm holding the pencil by the back edge, trying to have a light line here at the beginning, and I started with the head, then I got the torso, now I'm coming down to the legs and trying to hit those lines. One thing that I can tell you about everything as I kind of look back is that I think the lines that I had originally, and if you remember in class I tried to fix them, I think the original lines are probably more accurate than the other ones. So I went through and tried to measure and tried to figure it out, and each time that's what came up. So as I start to get a tighter line, there's the middle line of the torso following down, across the torso, going to the other side. This image comes from one of the ones that we have in our folder that you can use and take a look at. You can print them out if that makes it easier, or I don't recommend that you use your phone. I think that's a little bit small of an image to try and use. If you have a tablet or a computer or a printout, that's probably better. That said, work with what you do have. So I kind of have the general stuff first, and now I'm kind of trying to find those contours, trying to figure out where the knee is, how I'm going up there. This video is sped up to double the speed, only because I didn't want to make you watch a 16-minute video. We're down to just about 8. So I'm looking at, the inside of the thigh there, so I might give that a little bit of shading to push that leg back behind the front leg. Coming down from the knee, you get a little bit of the calf muscles, and then you come down to the ankle, and then there's kind of a ramp of the foot. Here we're going up towards the neck, blocking the neck. I did find that this pose had a little bit of a tricky head to block in, just because her hair is down. It's kind of covering over part of her shoulders on the left and the right, so that made it a little bit trickier, but we're making a decent guess at it and kind of blocking it in. Most of these, when I go through and make these drawings, I do try to shade in the hair, only because when I do that, I'm able to, just kind of give myself more of a pattern to say, this is the hair, this is the face. This makes it a little bit clearer, and I think it makes it easier for people who are looking at your drawing to know what's going on as well. Rounding out the shape of the breast. Here's the side of the abs, coming down the contour from the hips down into the gluteus, trimming up the front. Mostly I'm trying to think about the volumes and hitting those height. Pencil snapped there, so I had to get a little more lead to pop out. This is a brand called June Gold, and you can get it on Amazon for like $7, and there's 50 colored pencil leads in one little package. Get the hand. Notice that the wrist is pretty close to halfway, and then the hand kind of sits a little bit below that. Her other hand is on her hip. We're going to finish off here with the bottom part of her leg. We'll do the calf, and it's kind of sweeping the tibia down into the ankle. Got to give ourselves just a little bit more. Remember that the feet are usually going to be about as long as the head is tall. So whatever your unit of 1 is, whether it's 1.5 inches or it's 2 inches, that's usually about what the feet are. I think I'm just kind of finishing up just a couple little things, a shadow under the neck. I think we're done with this one. And here we are for the second one, moving to our side view. So with the side view, I'm trying to draw maybe more of the skull shape. And then here is the neck coming down. The rib cage projects forward, and then the pelvis and the lower part of the torso projects backwards. Then in this pose, her front leg goes forward and then extends all the way out, and then the back leg extends back to finish off and make sure that she's balanced. She's got her arm on this side back and resting on her hip, and then the other arm we do not even see. So once I have that general long line projection down to the bottom, now I'm being a little more specific. Notice that I'm holding the pencil. This is one of the Cola Race. I am holding it a little bit closer to the front now rather than the back, so that I can be a little more precise and I can put a little more pressure if I need a darker line. So I'm starting with the deltoid. I'm shooting back, connecting to where it hits the torso, and then moving down the bicep towards the elbow, from the elbow down the forearm to where the hand rests on the back of the hip. And each one of these forms, you can kind of start off with a straight kind of mannequin look, and then just look for some of the little subtleties of curves. Most curves, if not all the curves that you see, are convex curves, not concave on the body. The body has breath and energy inside it, and it pushes out. So remember that as you're making your drawings. Here we're working our way down the leg, down to the knee. Knees hitting that line down halfway between the middle and the bottom. Projecting forward, finishing off the front of the torso. Find some moments where I can maybe get a little bit of shadow to kind of bring things forward or backward. Here we're doing the back of the calf muscle down to the foot. Front foot is coming forward. We have the tibia, and that swoops down to the leg. There's the back side of the leg. The second leg is mostly hidden behind the first. Then it comes out just around the knee. There's me measuring the length to get pretty close to the head height to figure out how wide the foot is. Here we're finishing off the leg. And there's just a couple little pieces here where I'll shade the back leg to push it back. Maybe there's some shadows along the side of the leg that also help to turn that form. And I think this one is just about done. So we'll take one last look at the final. Here are all three drawings together. Thanks for taking a look, and we'll see you next time.